everybody. We're back with the governor-elect of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Abigail Spanberger. Before you left the House a year ago, you were ranked as one of the most bipartisan members, number 17 out of 436. That's top tier. What did it take for you to legislate that way, and why did you want to? Because it's out of vogue.
So if you want to get things done, if you want a Republican president to sign your bill, you got to have support for it. If you want a Republican Senate leader to bring your bill for a vote after it passes in a Democratic-led House, you need to have broad bipartisan support. Sometimes I would tell my team that even a broken clock is right twice a day. It gets a little bit difficult when you are dealing with younger people who, don't necessarily have the visual. Although it does work on a digital clock. But, I developed, I think, an unlikely friendship, I'll say, with a Republican from Texas, Chip Roy.
Sure.
If you don't know him, Google him. We have really very little in common politically. We agree on just about nothing. But we were both elected to Congress the same year. We both have the same birthday, and we both went to UVA. And we were elected the year that UVA was doing very well in basketball. So as we won the national championship and as we were all excited, wahoo wah, we said, where could we work together? It turns out just about nowhere was the answer, with a notable exception, which is we both agreed that members of Congress should not be able to trade stocks when they're serving in Congress.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah. And Chip and I, in fact, I think by the very nature of our differences, we're able to bring a lot of people together. That bill has very broad bipartisan support now in the House. Mm-hmm. I've turned it over to Seth Magaziner, who is a member of Congress still there, and Chip Roy continues to carry it. And there's support, frankly, importantly, among the American people who want to know that when people are casting their ballot, they're doing it because they believe in or against something, and not that they're trying to influence the stock market so they can make a few bucks.
You also work, as I said, Governor-elect Mikey Sherrill of New Jersey is going to be sworn in a few days after you. She was on the show not that long ago. She was your former colleague in the House.
Yes.
But more importantly, you guys were roommates.
In Congress, yes.
In Congress, because, you always come back on the weekends. Well, you can. In Virginia, it's easy. You come back on the weekends after serving during the week. What was she like as a roommate? Did she clean up after? Did she clean her bedroom?
I'm not gonna comment on that, but I will say she would leave dishes in the sink for an extended period of time. She would frequently burn things, too, when she would cook, and then leave it to soak. But as you noted...
You got to soak it.
Yeah, but like you mentioned, we were there during the week, so if she cooked something and left it to soak, it was there for days. But she was a wonderful, wonderful roommate, wonderful friend. And, we really progressed, I think, from the point where we were getting our frozen meals from CVS. We really upgraded at one point during our time in Congress to frozen meals from Trader Joe's. So it felt like we'd arrived.
Well, Governor, thank you so much for being
here.
Congratulations. I hope Saturday's a great day. Governor-elect Abigail Spanberger, everybody, of Virginia. We'll be right back.